Here we go, multiplying and dividing integers. So when you got 2 times negative 3, is that going to be positive 6 or negative 6? When you got minus 4 times minus 2, is that going to be positive or negative? And if you do know the answer, why is that the case? Let's see if we can make some sense of it. Let's start with something very simple. What is 2 times 3? Of course, you know that the answer for that is 6. But let's tell this story. If we know that the positive numbers are balloons, that makes it go up, and the negative numbers are weights, makes things go down, how can we interpret 2 times 3? Well, now, the first number is going to be telling us how many groups we add or we subtract. If it's positive, we add. If it's negative, we subtract. The second number is going to tell us each group how many balloons or weights does it have. So 2 times 3 means I am adding 2 groups of 3 balloons each. So if we want to do a little picture on it, here it is. If we add 2 groups of 3 balloons each, of course we see that we will have 6 balloons. And that's going to mean that this is going to go up. If I add balloons, I'm going to go up, and that gives us a positive number. Okay, so what if we have some negatives? Well, what about this? If it's 3 times negative 2. Well, the first number means positive, so I'm going to add 3 groups. And the number between brackets is negative 2, so those are weights. So if I'm adding 3 groups of weights, what would the picture look like? Oh yeah, if I add 3 groups of weights, 2, 4, 6, it's 6 that is going to make it go down. And that's why we have a negative 6. The more weights we add, the lower the machine will go. That makes sense. So what happens if you get a negative and a negative? Like negative 2 times minus 3. Well, now instead of adding groups, I'm taking away groups. So I'm taking away 2 groups of 3 weights. What's going to happen if I take away weights? Oh, it's going to get lighter, and it's going to go up. So here's our picture. If I have minus 2 times minus 3, I'm taking away 2 groups of 3 weights each, and therefore this became 6 lighter, and it's going to go 6 up. Those are silly explanations for us to actually remember exactly how things work or make sense out of it. But you can always remember just this way by saying, okay, if I have 2 positives, that means I'm going to add balloons. That will give me a positive. Or if it's 2 negatives, I'm going to take away weights. If I take away weights, this is always going to go up. However, if I add weights, it's going to go down. Or if I take away balloons, it's also going to go down. So there you have it. The signs for multiplying integers.